Did you know that if you create a Google Colab account, you can actually use it to create R scripts? See, I'm actually using the R engine, R runtime type in Google Colab, and I'll start creating R scripts. So the advantage is you don't have to install RStudio or R on your machine. You can simply open up the browser and start using R in Google Colab. So let's create a script to learn about the semi-joins using dplyr. So to start with, we would need some libraries. So I'm using the dplyr library and the Wakefield library. Now, dplyr library is already available in Google Colab, so that's going to get activated automatically. But you would see that Wakefield library is not there. But we can obviously go and install it. So let's install the package by calling install.packages and the name of the package and run that cell, and you would see that the package has been installed. It's now time to check whether both the packages are available or not, and we can see that Wakefield as well as dplyr package is now available and has been loaded. The next step would be to build some sample data, and using Wakefield, I'm creating a patient's dataset with patient ID, age, and the name. Let's view this data frame. So I'm calling dpatient. You can see it's loaded in the memory. If I run it, I get 5 rows of patient ID, age, and name, which is all good. So the next step, we need another data frame. So the next data frame would hold the billing. So in this case, I'm saying patient ID and the bill amount. And there's only 3 rows in this data frame, 1, 2, and 3. In the first one, we had 5. So out of 5 patients, 3 have been billed. And these are the IDs for those patients. So we need to find out those patients who have already been billed. You can simply create a filter and then find out those patients who have been billed. So we have 2 data frames. So I'm going to create a dplyr statement using the first data set, which is the dpatient. And from that, I'm going to filter some records where the patient ID in the second table, or this one, billing table. So the 3 IDs which are in the billing table, and this is what we are trying to find out. So I'm going to say dbilling.patient $patient ID. So if I type it on the screen or print it, you would see that we end up having 3 records, 1, 2, and 3. These are the patients who owe some money or who have been billed these amounts. So which is all good, but we are trying to learn about the semi-join. So next step would be to see how we can do a semi-join and arrive at the same thing. But before we reach the semi-join, let's try to do an inner join. So inner join is where both the records from both the tables are matching based on a particular key. So this is the syntax. I'm saying dplyr inner join. So what is our first data set? So the first data set is dpatient and the second data frame is dbilling. So this is the patient data set, 5 rows, and the second one is the billing one, which has 3 rows, and the key would be the patient ID, and by equals patient ID, because in both the cases we have patient ID as the key, and this is an inner join. So let's also print it on the screen, and if I run this cell now, you would see it has given us the 3 rows where they are matched by the key. Now let's come back to our original topic of semi-joins. So semi-join can be created using the dplyr syntax, semi-join, first table name, second table name, and the key. And you would see instead of using inner join, all I'm saying is semi-join. And if I run it, I get the 3 records, which are patient ID, age, and name. And these are the patients who have been billed, and which was exactly the same as what we did with the filter. Now, if someone asks you the question, how are you going to find out those patients who have not been yet billed? So you can use anti-join for that. And anti-join, exactly the same syntax. Instead of semi-join or inner join, I'm saying anti-join. And let's run it and see what it gives us. So this has given us the 2 rows or the 2 IDs where they have not been billed. So out of the 5 records, only 3 have been billed, and these 2 are not billed yet. that means they're not available in the billing table. So this was a quick demo on how to use Colab to run your R scripts. And I find that Colab is still geared towards Python, and you can see that the name of the script is still showing as a Python notebook. But you can change the runtime engine to R and start using R scripts. I hope you found this information useful and practical. Thank you very much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.